Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. Today, I have a special treat for you. An interview with someone who I mentioned so many times in my previous videos. If you've been following me from the beginning of my weight loss journey, you probably easily guess. She is the one who totally inspired me and got me start my own weight loss journey. Can you guess who? Yes, that Laura. Laura kindly invited me over to her place and let me interview her so that I can get all the scoops of her success in her weight loss journey. Take a look. Hi Laura.
Hi Sophie.
Thanks for joining me today. Would you say hi to my viewers?
Hi everybody.
Okay, Laura, so remember back in February when I came to your house and I was so astonished with your transformation?
Yes. Sophie, you wouldn't believe it, but since then I've lost 20 more pounds. Total of 45 pounds since October.
October last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that was your birthday, wasn't it?
Yes, that was my 59th birthday. And I thought, well, I'm turning 60 next year and I don't want to be old and fat. So I thought it was time to lose weight.
Okay, sounds good. Birthday is always good to motivate us to do something new and try. Okay, so since October 2018 and now it's August 2019, it's been 10 months. So you lost total of 45 pounds in 10 months.
Yeah, 9 months actually. I've been maintaining for a month.
Which
is really hard.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So then I need to find out all the secrets.
I'll share everything.
Okay, so let's just start with, so it was your birthday. Okay, I don't want to be like this for the rest of my life. I'll be 60 soon next year. I have a year. So let's do something. You started. So what did you do first?
Sophie, I was like an ostrich. I had my head in the sand. I never weighed myself. I didn't own a full-length mirror. I had no idea how much I weighed. Whenever I would go to the doctor, they would weigh me. I would literally go la 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 while they were weighing me. And I said, don't say the number out loud. I really had no idea how much I weighed. And so as I approached my birthday, I bought a scale, I bought a full-length mirror, and little by little I kind of worked myself up to the idea that I would weigh myself on Wednesday, October 10th, and that would be my start date. My birthday is on the 7th of October. But Wednesday would be my weigh-in. So every Wednesday, weigh-in Wednesday, I just thought that would be a good day to start, and sure enough I did. When I stepped on the scale the first time, it was 173 pounds.
Wow. So you were kind of in denial
Yes.
of your weight.
Yes.
And you decided to face the truth.
Right.
And that was 173.
And now I'm 128.
Okay, so what did you do next?
Well, I really wanted to know myself. I know that I'm an introvert. I know that going to meetings is not going to work. I don't want to be in a group and talk about our problems. I don't want to weigh myself in front of anyone else. So I knew I had to do it on my own, but not completely on my own. The other thing I did was I took Gretchen Rubin's 4 tendencies and I discovered that I'm an obliger. And as an obliger, I learned that I needed some outer accountability.
Yes.
And I thought, aha, I'm very accountable to my Fitbit. I always get my steps. Even though this isn't a person, it is accountability for my steps, for my walking. So I thought, I wonder if I could find something like that for weight loss. And I did. It's the app called MyFitnessPal.
That's right.
And my other very important accountability is having my accountability partners, which Sophie is one.
Yes.
And I have a couple of others that I simply report my weight every week. And if they don't get it, they will ask.
That's right. I think I had to text you sometimes Wednesday. What's today?
Right, exactly. And that really helps me because I want to be sure, like even on Tuesday, I do weigh myself every day, but I only record it on Wednesday.
That's right.
So on Tuesday, if I feel like I haven't lost weight, I'm very diligent on Tuesday to be sure that when I wake up on Wednesday, I weigh myself and report to my accountability partners that it will be a good number.
Right. That's a good strategy.
It worked for me.
Yes, yes. Okay, my next question is that I'm sure 10 months, if we say 10 months I lost 45 pounds, that sounds so easy. But I'm sure that 10 months could have been very long. What made you keep going and what motivated you? And then I'm sure you had some time that like, it's so hard and you want to give up or so. What picked you up and keep going?
That's a really good question. Well, for me, one thing that inspires, motivates me is having cute clothes.
Oh,
and
yes.
so as I dropped the weight about 15 pounds, I would clear out my closet of anything that was too big and buy things that fit.
That's right.
Yeah, and so having new clothes is really just kept me going. I was just so delighted every time I dropped a size.
Yes.
So that really inspired me. Also, just the feeling of not being embarrassed when somebody wanted to take my photo, or if I walk past a mirror, and just not feeling that cringe of, no, don't take my photo, I don't look good. That really kept me going.
I do remember. I tried to find old pictures of you so that we can kind of compare before and after. I couldn't find any picture. Maybe
we have one
couple,
yeah.
maybe couple, but still you are like hiding behind everybody.
I know.
Okay, but now I see all your selfies coming on social media and everything.
I'm not
so you're
embarrassed anymore.
That's awesome. So when you look back for those 10 months, is there anything that you want to change?
I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I didn't wait until I was 59 years old. I wish that I was pretty heavy all through my 50s. That happens a lot, many women. And I don't know, I wish I would have caught it sooner. Because now that I saw that I can do it, I just wish I would have done it a long time ago. Also, as a part of knowing myself, I know that I am an early bird. I wake up early, I get things done, and toward the afternoon and the evening, I become more tired. So I really did plan my program for an early bird. So in other words, I wake up in the morning, I go for my walk. I kind of front load my calories. I don't eat after 5. And when I calculated my calories in my Fitness Pal, I can have 1,240 calories a day.
Okay.
That's it. And that's not very many calories, but I believed it. And so I said I wanted to lose 1 pound a week, and the answer was 1,240 calories a day, and I stubbornly stuck to that. I was determined to change my habits. I figured the habits that I had got me into the condition that I was. And so I was determined to change those habits. And by not eating at night, no alcohol, cutting down on carbs, all those things that everyone knows to do, they worked. And that was my reinforcement. That worked, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to try to find out, well, what if I added a few of these, or I had 1 glass of wine? I did none of it. Absolutely none of it. And it is hard, and there were times, when it was really hard, but it's so worth it. I also don't like to prepare food. So I had to create a plan that was a scoop of cottage cheese, or a half a cup of blueberries, or a hard-boiled egg, or something like that, but not something that I had to prepare.
Okay.
And that was another part of knowing myself. I knew that for me, that having to prepare meals and prepare food and measure things out and cut them up and every Sunday do the dicing, and that was not going to work for me because I know myself. And knowing myself that I don't like to prepare foods caused me to think of creative ways to still get the good proteins and the appropriate foods to help me lose weight.
So you once told me, I had 5 kids and I was going 59 to 60. If I couldn't do it, anyone can do it.
True. I want to tell your viewers who might want to lose any amount of weight is to just get started. Just get started. Just stick with it, because it's the success that makes you want to continue. And if you do follow a plan, the success comes early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's always easiest at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly you're a month in and you've lost 6 or 8 pounds, you will keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So just get started. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I've had 5 kids, I have 2 grandkids, and I'm almost 60 years old now, and if I can do it, I think anyone can do it.
Okay. So you started from October.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you this, and I'm sure people will be curious about this. So you had Thanksgiving coming
Mm-hmm.
up, Christmas coming up,
Mm-hmm.
New Year's coming up. How did you get through those and stick with your plan?
That's a really good question. The first thing that happened is that we went on a family vacation at the end of October.
Uh-huh.
And we went to Pittsburgh for a Pittsburgh Steelers game, and every meal we ate out. And so I was simply determined to log everything in my Fitness Pal.
Okay.
So even if we were at an Italian restaurant and, you know, I ate whatever, I would search for it in the database,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, it would come up, and I just chose the most logical
Mm-hmm.
item that was closest to what I thought that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really good training for me because, you know, eating out every single meal on a vacation, I was very, very careful to stay within my calories.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, you know, we were going out and I just ate a little.
Mm-hmm.
So if, you know, I'd have a scoop of this or a scoop of that or a bite of this or a bite of that, no dessert, you know, and it wasn't that hard.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't. But really, for me, tracking everything, there's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're on vacation and you don't know what a stuffed banana pepper from some obscure family Italian restaurant, you have no idea what the calories would be, so
Right.
you just go, forget it. No, type in stuffed banana pepper, see what comes up.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, if it says 4 ounces, you're like, well, I think mine was 2 ounces or whatever. You can find it.
Mm-hmm.
So just tracking everything, that was really good training for me.
Mm.
So even for Thanksgiving, you know, you can use common sense. I couldn't have pie, ice cream, or anything like that.
Right.
But I could have turkey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were things that I could have, and I made, you know, it was just so great to get through it and to know that I did stay within my calories.
Mm-hmm.
That was a triumph for me, and it made me so much happier than eating a piece of pie. And there have been days that I've gone over the calories, of course.
Mm-hmm.
There have been days when I was like, oops, you know, I didn't realize something had that many calories or
Right.
whatever. But basically, just by tracking, it's an education.
True.
You get an education when you know, the other day I got a salad and the packet of dressing they gave me was 310 calories.
Dressing.
Just the dressing
Yes.
in the packet.
Oh my.
And so that was an education
Mm-hmm.
because I looked it up first
Mm-hmm.
and said, well, I'm not going to eat that
Right,
dressing
right.
because I would rather be able to fit into my new clothes than taste that salad dressing.
Your reward is bigger than your desire.
Absolutely.
Awesome,
Mhm.
awesome. So I have another question. You mentioned about weighing yourself. If it didn't change, that's my reward. So you focus on your weight.
Yes.
But there are out there people also talking about, well, don't worry about the scale numbers, but measurement, it might be better. What do you say?
It's called a non-scale victories.
Exactly.
Yes.
What do you think about
There
that?
are non-scale victories. There are victories in fitness and in measurements and in just you know, just how you look, how you feel.
Mhm.
Because being my age, when I first started the diet, I felt like I lost the weight in my face.
Mhm.
And my face became very gaunt. And I was surprised because I still had a lot of weight to lose, and I thought, oh dear,
Mm-hmm.
if I keep losing weight like this,
Mhm.
my face is going to look like a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was very, very much aware of, you know, how did I look?
Mhm.
And I'm not going to continue to lose weight beyond the point where I don't feel like I look good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do think that there's a point where the scale counts, but also how do you look?
Right.
Like when you look in the mirror, okay, yeah, if I could say, I like to lose 5 more pounds if 1 pound was from here, 1 pound was from here.
Yes,
and you
here.
can just really say if it could come up, but that's not the way it works.
No, not at all.
You know, for me, it's like all in here, and I don't want to lose any more weight in here.
Right.
You know, and so I would say that is a non-scale victory,
Mhm.
is in how you look and how you feel.
Mhm.
You know, that's beyond the weight on the scale.
Mhm.
I feel like now that this is a non-scale victory that I've never heard anyone mention.
Mm-hmm.
Since I have lost 45 pounds at my age, which is a big triumph, I feel like I can do anything.
Yes.
Okay? There's a feeling of power, of conquering something, that, of overcoming something, that feeling of confidence, and feeling like I could step out in front and do something and not be ashamed,
Mm-hmm.
that's a non-scale victory.
So I know you sing at church.
Yes, I do. I'm a singer.
So you feel much confident now?
Yes, I do. I just feel, I don't know, just happier and more confident and more engaging.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like making eye contact with the people in the crowd, and they're smiling back at me, and they always were, but I just feel a little bit more now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have just a more of an engaging personality.
So your habits, you change your habits. You have this type of food, you track your calories. Now you are confident to say those are all sustainable for the rest of your life.
Totally.
Mm.
Actually, when I calculated my maintenance calories are only 1,440. So it's only 200 calories more. At my age, as a woman, my gender, and my age, that's just the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say, that's not fair, that's not... No, if I want to maintain my weight, 1,440 calories is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's just math.
Mm-hmm.
I know it works, and so I'm going to stick with it.
Yes, and then keep it off. Right?
Hopefully.
One more question on how you did it. So you track your intake calories on MyFitnessPal.
Mm-hmm.
And you sync it with your Fitbit.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is it brings the calories you burned from your exercise or walk into your total intake calories, which technically increasing your intake calories. How did you handle that extra calories?
I love that question, because I have a friend who lost weight ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her,
Mm-hmm.
how did you do it? What did you do? Whatever. And she is one of my accountability partners.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, well, what about this extra number that comes up and gets added in? She says, oh, no, you have to ignore that.
Oh.
Just ignore that number. Just stick with your calories, and just don't ever think, oh, I have an extra 360 calories so I can, eat a donut. No. At the end of the day, that number way over to the right is your deficit, and I try to have a 500 calorie deficit every day.
Oh, I better reevaluate my habit.
Well, somebody has to tell you.
So do you have any advice you want to give, maybe like top 3 key to success to people who are struggling with weight or want to achieve the same goal as you did?
Sure. Okay, first of all, I would like to say you can do it. So just get started.
Just
That's
get
number
started.
1. Number 2 is know yourself. Don't get yourself involved in a program or something that you know is really not your personality. Just know yourself and know what you're willing to do and you're not willing to do. Do you like to exercise? Do you not like to exercise? Are you an early bird? Are you a night owl? Are you an introvert or an extrovert? And think about what's going to work with your personality. And the third thing that I did is I considered my weight loss journey as kind of a job. I immersed myself in the culture of weight loss. It was the most important thing in my life. There was nothing more important, for that time than, doing well in my program and every day, following my path. And by immersing myself in the culture of weight loss means I read all the books, I listened to podcasts, I watched videos, I read articles, I was online and Googling, and there's so much information, and I was just taking it all in. This was almost like, if you were writing a thesis or doing a study or something like that, like to learn as much as I could about how to succeed in weight loss.
So is there anything, now you don't have to lose, just maintain.
Which is hard.
And I'll be always there for you as an
Thanks,
accountability
Sophie.
partner.
Thank you.
So is there anything else? Earlier you said, I can do anything now. I'm very confident. Is there anything now you want to try?
Okay, all right. I will admit it right now for you
Okay.
and your viewers.
Okay.
I would like to start my own YouTube channel.
Oh, yes! My fellow YouTuber!
Yeah, we'll see. I love to sew and craft, and I would love to
That's
start a DIY channel. So we'll see.
I'm sure it'll be so interesting because I saw your work. Those are darn cute.
So you guys can keep me accountable.
Thank you so much, Laura, for your time, for joining me today and share your experience and your knowledge and your advice with us.
My pleasure.
So you are in maintenance, and I'm going to watch you and be there as an accountability partner.
Thank you.
And maybe down the road, if you want to share or you obtained more information on maintenance, maybe we can have another interview on the maintenance part.
That'd be great.
Awesome. And if my viewers have any questions, is it okay they leave it on the comment section and we can...
I would love that.
Okay. Or maybe we can do a follow-up interview.
There you go.
Awesome. Thanks again, Laura, for your time.
Thank you, Sophie.
If you have any questions for Laura, please feel free to leave your question on the comment section so she can directly answer to you. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.